person on the investigating team to present us the results they have conducted on this case?
Good day, Your Honor. I am the representative of the investigating team with my team members, Basti, Paul, Andre, and Rainer. From the research we have conducted, we came up that among the 3 suspects we have today, only one did the crime.
May you present the facts and evidences from the investigation you have conducted?
Yes, Your Honor. I am actually holding right now the document that contains the facts and evidences of the case. In this document, there is details of what happened during the night of the robbery. But before we proceed to the facts and evidences, Your Honor, let us go through first on what happened during the night of the robbery and the background on what has happened. On Friday last week, there was a robbery that took place at the Light Bank. The robbery was said to have happened in one of the vaults near the entrance of the bank. The suspect was said to have taken newly printed banknotes. But while this was happening, the guard in charge that night was doing round checks on the bank, and he caught the suspect heavily covered, thus his face was not visible to the guard. The suspect ran out of the bank fast, but a piece of evidence was left. The guard was able to get one of the gloves on the suspect. When we, the forensics engineer, received the gloves, a strand of hair has been found. Your Honor, the security guard helped us also by giving us a copy of the CCTV footage of the suspect getting out of the bank. Let us watch it. And as you can see, the suspect went inside a service car of a telecommunication phone company. Your Honor, written here on our report in our investigation, we have identified that the company who the service car is from the company PLDC. We approached the manager of PLDC in the area of the bank and asked him about those who were near the vicinity during the night of the robbery as part of our investigation. With that, Your Honor, we put under custody the following suspects: Sandy Macros, Fred Ravile, and Jing Nopales. These are staff from PLDC and are the ones near the area of the bank during that night. During our pre-trial investigation, all of the 3 suspects have denied the accusation of them robbing the bank, which led us to do further investigation with the only piece of evidence we have: the gloves with the hair strand on it. That is why, Your Honor, we advance the investigation and use our power to receive and look for more evidences to use in this case. We cut hair strand sample and took their fingerprints for us to investigate. We did this so that our forensics engineer may test and compare it to the sole evidence we have, which was the gloves with the hair strand on it. We have used the CODIS, or the Combined DNA Index System. This is where we are going to use 2 indices to generate investigative leads in crimes that contain biological evidence. Through the hair sample and the fingerprint we took, we are able to further investigate this case. After receiving hair samples and the fingerprints, Your Honor, we used the scientific method of using the CODIS. We tested in 4 different sites, and I would mention the names of these sites later on. Upon further research, here are the results on the sites we have tested on. On CODIS site D21S11, we conclude that suspect 1 and suspect 2 has matched the evidence. On CODIS site TH01, we conclude that suspect 2 has matched the evidence. On CODIS site VWA, we conclude that suspect 2 has matched the evidence. And on CODIS site AMEL, we conclude that suspect 1 and suspect 2 has matched the evidence. We flash on their screen the result of the CODIS site test we did. Your Honor, after using CODIS, we therefore conclude that suspect 3, Jing Nopales, did not do the crime, as the evidences show he did not match any of the 4 CODIS sites. On the other hand, even with 2 out of the 4 matching sites, we can also conclude that suspect 1, Sandy Macros, did not do the crime. This leaves us with only one suspect, Your Honor. That is suspect 2, Fred Ravile, who has matched all of the 4 sites. And as we know, this means that it is plausible that he actually did the crime. In scientific ways and with the CODIS method applied, there is 1 in 10,000 chance that Fred did not do the crime. This is a random match based on the statistics we have, and a comparison of the chance that he did not do it based on the result of the CODIS test. We may test on the other CODIS site to further prove who did the crime, but with the 4 CODIS sites we've already investigated and tested upon, we are confident and sure that suspect 2 did the crime. But to further strengthen our evidences and facts, we have also asked the testimony of the guard who saw the crime happen. Let us hide the identity of the security guard to ensure his privacy. We asked him to describe the physical appearance of the suspect. He said that the suspect is around 5'6" in height, slim, and has short hair. These appearances described just give further proof that Fred Reville did the crime, as he fit the physical appearances described. Adding to this, among the suspects, he is the only one who is around 5'6" in height compared to the others. Furthermore, we received a phone shot evidence of a CCTV camera on the night of the crime, which is what we watched earlier, which gave us no reason to doubt the testimony of the witness. That is all, Your Honor.
Thank you, Investigator Firdaus. On your opinion, what should we plead the suspects who are under custody?
Your Honor, we, the investigating team, plead that Suspect 1, Sandy Macrose, and Suspect 3, Jing Nopales, are not guilty and innocent of the crime of robbery. Meanwhile, with the evidences and facts we have compiled and presented today in our session, we plead that Suspect 2, Fred Reville, is guilty with the case of robbery at the Light Bank. Your Honor.
Alright. With that, I plead Sandy Macrose and Jing Nopales not guilty, while Fred Reville is found guilty beyond reasonable doubt of the crime of robbery and sentenced to suffer the intermediate penalty of 6 months of arrest of mayor as minimum, to 2 years, 11 months, and 10 days of prison correctional as maximum. So ordered.